Today we're going to talk about local search as well as directories and how you can use those to get more traffic to your site. And so when we talk about local search, the big question is, all right, what do you mean by that? What is local search as compared to kind of regular search? When we talk about local search, what we mean are the search results that are usually constrained by a region or a location, and they're often combined with maps of where these locations are when you look at the search results. So let's say, for example, that you're interested in finding somebody who's got a great pizza restaurant in your area. You know, if you live in Florida, you really don't care too much about the pizza places that are in Texas, unless, of course, maybe you're planning a vacation. But in general, you're looking for something nearby where you are. So what happens, you don't just type in and search for, you know, good pizza restaurant. It's too general. You know you're going to get, you know, how many billion hits for pizza if you just search on pizza. So what do? You start to narrow that down with maybe the name of your city, maybe your zip code, maybe a street name if you're looking for a particular place. So now you are narrowing this down, looking for things that are combined with a local area location. And that's what we're talking about with local search. And the search engines are really treating these results a little bit differently than they do the traditional results. And in my opinion, this is a huge growth area right now. I'm calling it kind of the next wave. I'm not going to try and coin any fancy terms like Web 3.5 or something like that, but I'll leave that to others smarter than me to come up with those clever names. But I see the next wave is really focusing on the location-specific search results, where the internet starts to drive to the local business as opposed to just the big e-commerce companies and the big well-known companies. That's really where things are heading now. So who's out there that provides local search? Well, these aren't names that are going to surprise anybody. You know, it's still the same big search engines, Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, but it is a slightly different piece of the search engine, and I'm sure you've probably all used Google Maps before to maybe get directions, but you'll also find that that's where you find these local search results. Yahoo Local and Microsoft Bing, which is their new search engine, relatively new, I should say. It's not brand new, but and they have a local component as well. And today, as we talk about these things, I'm actually going to go off the slides and we're going to go live. So everybody keep your fingers crossed as we get ready to do that. That all the demo things. For those of you who have ever tried presentations like this, you know that that's when the internet dies, is as soon as you try and go live. So hopefully we'll all be just fine there. Just a few things to remember about local search. All of the same search engine optimization principles still apply. You need to have the keywords on your site that match with the keywords that people are searching for if you want to show up high in the list. Now, granted, if you are a local merchant, say you're a home builder and you've got a community in the Atlanta area, you know, somebody searching for Atlanta new homes is not going to have the same number of search results as somebody who just types in new homes, and it's not restricted by the location. But there's still going to be enough competition out there that you're not just going to show up on the first page all automatically without a little bit of work. But that's where you want to be. How do you do that? How do you get those relevant keywords into your page copy? Well, it has to do with the relevant location names. You've got to have those things in your site in order to have a chance to show up. So what do I mean? You've got to have the city names. If you service a certain area, you've got to have the name of that area somewhere on your page. One really easy way to work that into your copy is to put your company address in the footer of every page. Now, all of a sudden, without changing anything else but putting a footer on there, now you've got, you know, the street name of your company, you've got the zip code and the city name all there on the page. Now, one time isn't necessarily going to, you know, overwhelm the search engines, but if you don't have that, you're missing out on an opportunity there to really easily work that in. If you provide services to a particular area, make sure that your copy on your page has those areas, and don't just stop at just the city. Include, you know, find ways we serve such and such city and all throughout the such and such county, you know, wherever you may be located. So you get both of those keywords in there. Or we serve such and such county, including, and you list the names of the cities. Those types of things, so that you can have that local search when people type in your business name or those keywords and they include the city names, that they find your site. here on the slide, have a little tool called provided by 5minutesite.com/local_keywords.php. This is a handy tool for coming up with that list of keywords, and this is nothing that we put together, but it's something that we've used before. What they let you do there, if you go look at that site, is you put in a keyword and then you put in your zip code and you give it a radius and you say, I want to have all the location names within 10 miles of the zip code, and it'll give you that list of keywords combined together with all the different city and municipality names, all the different zip codes, the different telephone area codes, all those different things that you might want to consider looking at as far as relevant keywords that you can also use for pay-per-click campaigns. As I mentioned, that's another presentation next month. But it's a great little tool for coming up with that list of keywords, because sometimes, you sit there and you stare at the blank wall and you just struggle to come up with more than 2 or 3.